Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now the weekend is coming. There's going to be a lot of little things in boxing. When the weekend comes, it goes down. But this is something that just been on my chest for a minute. I want to just make sure to say this. And I'm trying not to do it so long, right? Because I talk about it pretty often, but I just got to regurgitate this one. Right, we're talking about the legend in Oleksandr Usyk, right? Oleksandr Usyk, right? And I call him a legend because, damn it, that's what he is. If everybody in boxing would compare his actions to most boxers, then you would think he's a legend too. But I think a lot of times with our arrogance, especially Americans, that we just think that the people that are, in America or American fighters, then, that's it. And everybody else, whatever with them, right? And we do that all the time in our leagues. If somebody's an NBA champion, it's a world champion. Is a Major League Baseball champion, he's a world champion. You're not. Americans aren't the best baseball players in the world, right? But we got problems in the world championships with basketball, which we, really supposed to be the best. They're closing in on that, right? So at the end of the day, right, when we're talking about Oleksandr Usyk, we're talking about, I keep hearing, Oleksandr Usyk, when he won the cruiserweight undisputed title, that was the easiest division in boxing, right? That is far, extremely far from the truth, right? And so, but I understand how it happens, because we're talking about Deontay Wilder, or we're talking about somebody else that we like, and we kind of just slip that in there because we're talking about, making another point. But basically, hell no. I wouldn't call this man a legend for no reason. He's a living legend, just like a lot of people I say are a living legend. Shit. Devin Haney's a living legend. Terrence Crawford is a living legend. Demetrius Andrade is a living legend. Deontay Wilder, a living legend. What I mean by that is, if they were in another country with the things that they've accomplished already, they would have national holidays. Right? We just over here, people racist or people just hating and blah, blah, blah. And that, the most of them Americans, so in America, they ain't getting no love. That don't mean that they're not doing legendary things. That don't mean that they're being avoided in a legendary way, right? Unprecedented way. Now, let me just say this about Oleksandr Usyk. And you guys know I spit from the dome. I don't know. I'm not going to Google and come talk to you. I watch enough sport over the years to know what the hell I'm talking about, but it might not be perfect, and it might be one thing, an omission, or something that I said that might not be perfectly right, but I'm talking about you in the damn car. Listen, Oleksandr Usyk, when he won the cruiserweight title, first of all, he never fought at home to become undisputed. Who's done that? Just that. He went to every single person that he fought in the cruiserweight tournament, right, in their backyard. And every single one of them, those fighters in the cruiserweight tournament, were the best that cruiserweight had to offer, right? Marco Huck, Marius Briedis, Morit Gatsiev, right? Dorticus was there, right? And, Vlopacek. Man, I'm probably saying his name wrong because I didn't Google it. But I'm talking about when I'm saying him, that guy was like 54-4 with like 27 knockouts. Then you had another guy whose name I forget. He was 28-1 with 28 KOs. There was no easy person in that tournament. Now, for those who are going to say, hey, those were easy fighters because you don't know them and they're easy. No, all of those guys were great. For example, let's take Errol Spence, because Errol Spence, for example, right now is him and Terrence Crawford not going to fight for another. We know what time that is, but he's also was wanting more money than Terrence Crawford, who was number one pound for pound and undisputed before. And the reason is because his pay-per-view numbers, and he's done heavy lifting, and he's the guy who's fought so many hard guys in the one weight he's been in, welterweight. So I love everybody he fought, but just let me say this. Yordenis Ugas, his last fight. Is Yordenis Ugas categorically better than Marco Huck? Categorically? I'm not sure about that. Are you? Is Sean Porter, who was a damn good fighter, is he categorically better than Marius Briedis? Right? Is he? Is Danny Garcia, my man, I've never been against Danny Garcia, but is he categorically better than Mariat Gassiev? Are any of them categorically better than Michael Hunter, who your boy also beat on American soil? Categorically better than Glowacki, who was undefeated, beating him in Poland? Categorically better than Tony Bellew? Categorically better than Anthony Joshua? I'm going up now, but we were just talking about cruiserweight. I'm just saying all of these things were done not on his soil. And just because y'all don't know somebody, don't mean that these guys were the top-notch cruiserweights. Top-notch. And still are to the day, some of them. Up going in the heavyweight and going back and forth. Bryce is still good. He lost just to a guy from the Southern Hemisphere. I forget his name recently. But he was undefeated, just had lost that one fight. Dorticus is still handling his business. Mariat Gassiev is going to knock heavyweights out. You know what I'm saying? No. Oleksandr Usyk's resume is probably one of the very, very top best resumes in all of boxing. And these, I love all these guys I'm talking about. I'm just saying, there's no way that we are supposed to be saying that this legend, is fought easy fights, right? And no matter what you think of this fighters, even if they were damn near bums in your eyes, he didn't fight him at home. Have we ever seen Oleksandr Usyk in some kind of negotiation dispute because he's like, I'm not going here, I'm not going there, I need this money and that money? None of that. None of it. And that's most of you people out here make videos about stuff like that all the time. Who's doing the heavy lifting? He can't fight him because, hey man, your pay-per-view numbers ain't good and all that, right? You don't have any of that. Maybe that's probably why people don't like him, because we can't make no videos about him, because there is nothing to say except he's a damn legend. Easily. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.